to all you professional wrestling fans, sports entertainment fans, hardcore mud show fans, or whatever kind of sports and entertainment you're into. This is Squared Circle Speak, where we talk any and everything professional wrestling. And it is time to talk AEW. We got some big news to discuss, and we're on the road to their latest pay-per-view, Double or Nothing. We got the week of Rampage, Dynamite, and Collision to get to, plus some news about the future of AEW potentially on tap in this episode. So,
all right. Let's start off with Dynamite, Ryan. What do you think about let's see, we started out with who did we start out with?
The Blackpool Combat Club versus the Don Callis family.
Oh yeah, this was random as fuck.
Yeah,
so not only is it Don Callis' family or whatever the fuck it's called, but all of a sudden there's Jeff Cobb.
Yeah, where'd he come from?
I have no fucking clue.
And Kyle Fletcher, it's just Jeff Cobb and Kyle Fletcher for no reason teaming up. Jeff Cobb hasn't been interacting with Don Callis at all. Sure.
Yeah, this was random. Don Callis was on the mic. He was trying to explain it. His explanation sucked. It just made no sense.
Takeshita is wrestling Moxley at the pay-per-view. So okay. I get it from that standpoint. But where did Cobb come from?
I don't know. I have no idea.
Wasn't he in some other group?
In New Japan.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he hasn't even been here. Wait a minute. Yeah, he hadn't even been in AEW.
Yeah, so it's like, I don't know. It was really random.
Yeah, I didn't understand this at all.
Random match with a random ending, and then after the match, there's a brawl, and then friggin' Claudio comes down with a crowbar and chases everybody out. It's
not just a crowbar. Not just a crowbar, a fucking giant crowbar. Like a cartoon crowbar. That thing was huge. It was like something out of a fucking Looney Tunes cartoon. I was like, holy shit, where do you find a crowbar that big?
Yeah, it was very random. And I guess it builds to a pay-per-view in its own weird way, but I don't know.
I got thoughts about that match, but we'll get to that when we do our prediction. So, yeah, we had the Young Bucks taking on Daniels and Seidel. I wonder who won this one.
Yeah, I mean, two old farts, and then the Young Bucks, who are not that much younger. Yeah, they won. The Young Bucks obviously won this match, and then afterwards, Ryan, they fired Christopher Daniels. Now, the week or the night before, I guess a few nights before, on Collision, there was a short segment.
Very short.
Where Christopher Daniels kind of went off on him. And it was actually decent. It was a decent little clip and a little promo thing. But a lot of people didn't see this because it was so short and it was on Collision, which nobody watches. So you think they would have re-showed this or something before the match, or the Young Bucks would have showed it to give them a reason to fire Christopher Daniels? But they didn't, and he just got fired, and the crowd was all like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, if you didn't watch Collision or you missed it, yeah, you had no idea why they just fired him. They just fired him for no reason.
Yeah, and then they tried to be funny about it because they fired him, and then they're like, oh, we're going to give you a severance package for a month, and then they were like, enjoy the rest of the show, and the whole crowd's just like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, this Young Bucks stuff is just not hitting, at all.
Yeah.
This new character of them being the bosses and being, because no one in 2024 wants to see another storyline where there's evil bosses.
Yeah.
No one's ever done it right since, Mr. McMahon was the only character that worked. And even it ran its course.
That's because he was a fucking psycho and was really like that.
Yeah. But no one in 2024 wants to see a fucking evil bosses storyline. It's played out. And so it's not hitting at all. By any like fans in attendance, fans watching at home, no one wants to see it. So
Yeah, they're kind of trying to do the Stone Cold thing with Vince McMahon mixed with the NWO.
yeah,
Two
they're
of the
trying.
biggest things happened. Two of the biggest things that happened in WWE and WCW, and they're trying to do both at the same time and recreate it, and it ain't working.
Yeah, not at all. Um, yeah, Hook beat some guy and then called out Jericho. And then Jericho said on Collision, if you win a qualifying match, you get a shot for the FTW championship.
Right. Yeah, but he has to fight his own buddy Shibata
Yep.
because Shibata apparently wants another shot at Jericho. Also, Samoa Joe said that Hook is stupid because he keeps falling into Jericho's trap. And then Hook was like, "I'll fight you," which I was like, "That was a hell of a comeback."
Yeah, I'll fight you.
And then he walked away. And then Shibata's got that little translation app, and he says that man's too big to be wearing floral patterns. Oh, oh man.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Swerve beat Brian Cage in an AEW World Heavyweight Championship Eliminator match. That was a mouthful.
Yeah.
Uh,
Brian Cage is never going to do nothing in this company.
yeah.
He's going to go down as one of the most missed opportunities in pro wrestling by every company.
I mean, he did okay in Impact, but
He did okay. He wasn't like top man like he should have been.
I mean, yeah,
Just like
that's
in Lucha Underground, he was. It looked like he could have been, and he wasn't.
very
It's
true.
like everybody just passed on this guy, and I really don't understand it.
I mean, it's because he moves like a cruiserweight, but it's like 300 pounds.
It it's that, and it's also he's one failed drug test away from being popped for steroids, and stuff. So I mean, I get it, but you know,
Yeah. Yeah, Brian Cage, man. I thought he could have been something, and he ended up just now he's just another guy.
yep.
What else happened on this show?
We had a women's match.
Yeah,
We only get one.
the women's champion, Tony Storm beat Harley Quinn or Harley Cameron.
Whoa.
Sorry. Tony Storm won, obviously.
So
I mean,
this is heel on heel.
huh?
This was heel versus heel,
Yeah.
but
Oh,
it was a grudge match, is what they said. I don't
what's the
fucking.
grudge to settle?
Apparently, they attacked each other. I don't fucking know, but I don't know. I was very confused by this.
Yeah.
And then you had freaking uh Serena Deeb out there just doing some weird ass smiling the whole match. I don't know what the fuck that was about. Uh yeah, she's totally losing against Tony Storm. There ain't no fucking way Smiley Deeb is going to beat Tony Storm.
Yeah. We did have two women's segments though, because we did have the contract signing
Jesus fucking
for the
Christ.
AEW TBS Championship match, Nathan, between
Yeah, so I guess Sasha was like, everybody can see that I suck as a face. So I'm just gonna turn heel here in this promo.
Yep.
And she basically talked about how she makes all this money and money makes the difference and blah blah blah. I thought she had like her own personal promo writer.
Well, they hired some chick that was in WWE to write for her, I thought.
Well,
Not
obviously
doing a very good job.
either that or she's writing stuff in and Mercedes is forgetting it halfway through or something. I don't know.
The same
Something's
shit
happening
every
because
week.
yeah, it's bad. And then she got doctor bombed through a table.
That was cool. She did a bump, Nathan. She finally did something physical.
Yep.
I mean,
But she's gonna beat Willow.
yeah, she's for sure beating Willow. There's no doubt in my
That
mind she's beating
sucks. That sucks.
Willow. The main event was the Continental Championship match. Kazuchika Okada defeated Dax Harwood.
That's a shitty main event, let me tell you. It's a shitty main event because Dax Harwood needs to quit getting singles matches because he's a tag team wrestler and he is the most tag team of tag team wrestlers.
Yeah.
And I get you get Okada in the main event. That's cool, I guess. But you knew who was gonna win this match.
Well, you knew who was going to win, but he had to cheat to win. It's a
Well,
fucking Kata.
yeah, but he's a bad guy now, so I get it.
Yeah, but still.
But yeah, this should not have been the main event.
It was the main event because of what happened afterwards.
Right, right.
Which is Darby Allin, who fucking got hit by a bus a few weeks ago.
Well, not only that, but he hurt his leg and couldn't
Yeah.
even do the Mount Everest thing that he wanted to do.
But Darby Allin is back. He will be with Team AEW in the Anarchy in the Arena. The reason why is because at a New Japan show, Eddie Kingston got injured by the Elite. And
Right.
so Darby Allin stepped in. He said he's not 100%, but he will go anyway.
So
what a fucking crazy person.
Well, not only that, not only about the bus and his leg and all that crap. So he was hiding under the ring. Okay.
Yeah.
He was under the ring for the whole main event. Oh, we also got to talk about Adam Copeland. But he was under the ring for the whole main event, Darby Allin was. And apparently when Dax Harwood did a superplex with Okada, when they landed, apparently the ring buckled so hard that one of the metal beams hit Darby Allin in the head and he had a concussion. So, and he said he was laying under the ring half knocked out thinking, man, I'm not going to be able to make my return.
Jesus Christ.
Like, this guy. He's got to only have a couple years left, right? I mean, Jesus Christ.
I'm telling you, man, it is insane that he can just keep going.
Yeah. So yeah,
the worst luck ever, too.
Yeah. Adam Copeland was attacked by the House of Black and they took his wedding ring, right? Why'd they take his wedding ring? I don't fucking know.
I don't know. They want Beth? Like, what the fuck?
I don't know. It was
We're
a
not
weird
married anymore. We took her ring. We want her.
That was a weird segment. And also Christian made with the help of all his goons, made Swerve bleed and said that he took his blood and he's gonna take his title. So,
cool.
Yeah. They hit him with a picture of his family. And fucking made him bleed. So
fucking Christian, dude.
Yep. So that was interesting. Ryan, let's talk a little bit about some news. The networks that AEW is on obviously also hosted NBA, which is a big part of TNT and TBS. Was NBA, and it looks like they're not going to be able to get them back, Ryan. They couldn't bid enough money to get NBA back. So, what does that leave for AEW, Ryan? Is it more money for AEW to get for their new TV deal, or is it bad news that TNT's maybe doesn't have enough money to go around and they might not give them that much? What do you think's going to happen?
Well, it could go either way. If you look at it from the positive side, more money for AEW. I mean, they're not going to have to pay NBA anymore, so they can give more money to AEW. But you could also look at it as they lost the NBA, They had a couple things that they had under their control. I mean, they've been dumping shows and movies like crazy here lately. And they also owned internet company Rooster Teeth, which Warner just ended completely. And so obviously they have some sort of money problem. I don't know how much, but obviously they're getting rid of all the things that they don't view as making money. Do they view wrestling in a positive light? I mean, it is the most watched thing on their networks. I would say AEW is going to stick around. I don't see why TNT, BS, TNT, Warner would get rid of them. They're they're not highly rated, like among all TV, but on their networks, I mean, they don't have anything else. So I would say it's probably a good thing. In the fact that they're not going to get preempted as much anymore.
Yeah.
You look at it at that point, they're not going to have tournaments, the NBA tournament playoffs anymore, NBA games. I think TNT's still going to have baseball, and maybe some. Did they get rid of hockey too? Or do they still have? I think they still have NHL.
Yeah.
So they'll still have NHL, but no NBA. So they'll have more, less interruptions. And yeah, T and Warner's going to have more money to go their way. So I think it's a positive, but you have to keep that thought in your head of, man, they've been dumping a lot lately.
All right.
You've got to, but wrestling's kind of cheap as opposed to a lot of other forms of entertainment
And it's
and
and
TV.
it's and it's 52 weeks a year.
Yeah, you're getting guaranteed year-long programming. You're not really paying that much as opposed to making a TV show and paying all that. So, you're just paying for the rights to air the show. You're not paying the people. You're not paying, it's a lot cheaper than paying all this other stuff. So, I think it's
Well,
going to end up being a positive for AEW, but you got that little voice in the back of your head that you never know. If
yeah.
they're losing money, I mean, that's what
Well,
happened with WCW.
rumor is that the networks might not like Rampage because Rampage
Well, it gets moved
has
around.
slowly turned into Velocity.
Well,
WWE Velocity.
Rampage isn't even on. It's on Wednesdays. It's on Fridays. It's on Saturdays. It's just whenever they want to put it now.
Well, it's because of all, like you said, all the
Yeah.
playoffs. So the rumor is that instead of Rampage, that Dynamite could be 3 hours long.
Oh, fuck. 3 hour Raw,
So
3 hour Dynamite. Ugh.
we'll see if that happens. That's a rumor.
I don't know if I want to see Tony Khan try to book a 3 hour show.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Speaking of Rampage and Collision,
In
Ryan, what
three
happened on
hours?
those? Yeah, what happened on those shows?
Collision seemed like a lot of squash matches. All right. First match was Shane Taylor versus Will Ospreay. Very good match by all accounts. It's Ospreay. He's not gonna have a bad match, and Shane Taylor rules. So Ospreay got the win here. After the match, the Kingdom tried to attack Ospreay, but then he did a big dive on all of them to escape. So they're heading up to Ospreay versus Roderick at the pay-per-view.
Right.
Then we had Hook defeated Johnny TV. So Johnny Morrison gets on TV and gets beat by Hook.
I thought he was supposed to fight Shibata.
Nope. Because after this match, Shibata beat Rocky Romero.
What the fuck?
I think they said next week they're doing a triple threat match, number one contender thing.
Okay.
But yeah, I thought it was supposed to be Hook versus Shibata, but no, they're not this week. Maybe next week, I guess. I don't know. Brian Keith beat Boulder.
That's a Ring of Honor fucking match.
Yeah, Brian Keith won. uh Bullet Club Gold apparently beat up Pac. They brought him out. He was interviewed. Pac was interviewed, and then they showed a recap of Dynamite, and then Bullet Club Gold came out carrying Pac, and he was unconscious. So I guess they're heading to some sort of match there. Orange
Yeah.
Cassidy defeated Isaiah Cassidy. That had to be confusing for these announcers. That's why Vince didn't like people having the same last name. What's same first name?
So he didn't like have to say anything.
Serena D beat Anna Jay. Nick Wayne beat Jack Cartwheel.
What the hell? Okay.
I don't know. I don't know. In your main event, Bryan Danielson and FTR defeated Lance Archer and the Righteous.
Wow. I tell you what, these poor Ring of Honor guys, they come to Rampage to just lose.
Yeah. After this match, the Righteous attacked Danielson and FTR. Um, they beat him up, but then the man, the myth, the legend, Daniel Garcia came back and cleared the ring, Nathan.
Mm.
Fucking Daniel Garcia got rid of those three big men all by himself. But that was a collision. A lot of matches. 8 matches on a show is insanity. I mean, a lot of them were
On a
squash
2 hour
matches, but
on a 2 hour show, yeah.
yeah, they had as much as Raw had. Less time, but you know. Then Rampage, we had Kyle O'Reilly versus Lee Moriarty, with O'Reilly obviously getting the win.
That was probably a good match.
I'm sure it was. Roosh is back. He beat
He
some
came
dude.
back a couple. He came back a couple weeks ago.
He beat some dude named Cody Chun.
Okay.
He Chun went to hit him, Rush ducked, Chun hit the corner, Roosh hit Bull's horn, ends the match.
You know, what do these squash matches really do for anybody?
They don't accomplish anything. Like it didn't make Roosh look good because no one knew who the hell this dude was.
Yeah.
So I don't know what it did. The next one, Deonna Purrazzo beat Robin Renegade. What did that do for anybody?
I don't know.
And then Purrazzo, I guess, wasn't she a face against Tony Storm?
Kinda.
Because she turned heel here. She beat up. So the same thing happened. So Roosh beat this dude, beat him up after the match. Deonna beats Robin Renegade, and guess what she does? She beats her up after the match. But then Thunder Rosa came out and made the save. So now we're gonna have Thunder Deonna. I mean, cool. They're getting more storylines, but you basically had the same thing happen twice in two matches in a row.
Yeah.
That's poor planning and poor booking there. In your main event, Brian Cage, once again, got 2 matches this week, Nathan.
Wow.
And he beat Anthony Bowens. So he won.
Okay.
I'm not
That's
sure
a
why.
random match. So is that to get a 6-man title match or what? What was
They're
that
not the
for?
6-man champions, though.
Yeah. So what the hell?
So I don't know why they just put him over Anthony Bowens for no reason.
That's weird.
Why would he wrestle on Dynamite and then wrestle on Rampage? I don't get it.
Yeah. Nothing about that made sense.
But that was the week of Dynamite of AEW. I mean, we're heading towards the pay-per-view, so they're fleshing out basically the pay-per-view is set in stone. Like I don't really see any other matches being made for Double or Nothing. But
Yeah.
we do have a new show announced, Nathan, by AEW. I think it's on TNT's YouTube channel or some shit. But it's Renee Paquette and RJ City hosting Meal in a Match.
Yeah. This is random as hell. So apparently, when Renee Paquette came to the AEW, this was one of her ideas. Uh, Apparently she was a big fan of those things that used to be on TNT, where they would watch a movie and have a meal, and instead they're gonna watch a match and eat a meal. Okay, I
I
don't
don't know
know.
why anyone
I
wants
don't
to
know.
watch that.
Well, we're gonna have probably like 2,000 people watch this show. I don't fucking
Like, why would
the first.
anyone?
I don't know, but apparently the first episode's gonna have fucking Eddie Kingston on it. So
And so, what match are they watching?
I you tell me, man. I don't
Is
know
it
if it'll
just
be like
AEW matches? Because they don't have a really long history.
no, and I don't know. Maybe it'll be like Eddie Kingston's like early matches in Ring of Honor, since I guess they do have that tape library,
They do, yeah.
and they might like have like a these wrestlers come on and watch a match like one of their earliest matches while
It's
they eat
gonna
a
be like
meal
a
and
20-minute show. Like,
I don't it's weird.
this is like something you put on YouTube as like independent. Like to put this on TBS's YouTube channel is fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Like this seems like something that people would do, like just random people, not AEW. So
Yeah.
weird. It's like such a, I don't know, man. I guess it's just on YouTube, so I guess I don't have to worry about it. But uh, really a mess. I when this was announced, I was just like, what the fudge? Like the most random thing I've ever heard in my life. But we do have some good news, Nathan. Oklahoma has changed their rules on transgender wrestlers. You know, they finally stepped into the 21st century. But yeah, the Oklahoma State Wrestling, or I say Athletic Commission, is, but they haven't yet, but they are, you know, discussing a possible rule change. So
Okay.
why this even, again, why does this even need to happen in 2024? I don't know, but you know, maybe change is upon us in the fucking stupid state of Oklahoma.
Let's hope.
But yeah, anything else of note to discuss regarding AEW? I think we hit all the big stuff.
Yeah, I can't think of anything else.
Yeah, I think we're pretty good on AEW. So we're gonna be having next our AEW uh Double or Nothing prediction show. So stay tuned for that
Yeah.
later this week as well. All right, Nathan, just take us home. What's in this thing?
All right. If you enjoyed this segment of AEW Rambling Wrestling, smash that like button and subscribe for more of this great rambling content, and make sure you tickle that notification bell so you know to get notified every time I stumble over my words. You will be able to hear it, and we'll see you on the next one.
See ya.